What's up, everybody? Are you hanging out with a slightly not so much hungover guitar boss? What's up, everyone? What's up, Stray? What's up, Redneck? What's up, Nate? What's up, Rebel Girl? What's up, everybody? Man, we hanging out. Oh, I drank lots of water, yes. I had like 6 double Jack and Cokes last night, and and 2 shots of Crown. I was a little fucked up. Nah, it was good though. I drink I drink water, but I also I have Beats. What do they call it? Total Beats. Stray says, "Damn, should have drunk texted you." That was a missed Stray, that was a missed opportunity for you. All right, what's up, Anthony? Anthony says, "Sporting those threads nicely at the party." Thank you. That was a fun party, yes. It was 20s themed, so we were all dressed like we were going to a speakeasy in the 20s, you know. You know how it is. Everybody dressed to the nines. But I was a little fucked up. Except one guy. Oh yeah. No, there was like 2 people. There were like 2 people there that didn't get, I guess they didn't get the memo. He wore a baseball. Yeah, there was a couple people there that were like, it wasn't required. It wasn't required, but like, come on now, like, you know. Listen, you know what's funny too? So Mike, the guy whose birthday it was, he actually bought a tuxedo off of Amazon, and it looked amazing for like a $60 tuxedo that he bought on Amazon. It actually looked really good. I was impressed. So I'm like, shit, man. Like the suit that I was wearing. That's the suit that I wore in the church video. That suit cost me like $1,500 because it was custom tailored and everything. I'm like, shit, man. I'll just get a $60 suit from Amazon next time. Shit. Thank you, Stray. Stray says, "You looked great." Thank you very much. She says, "Most of my amazing dresses are like $20. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, no need to spend all that money. Nah, it was cool, though. That suit, I don't know. This suit has, like, special powers or something. Like, I feel like $1 million when I wear that suit. So, and then I have a blue one just like that, too. So, it's all good. Yo, what's up? My name is Jay Tarantino. I play guitar in a band called Etherius. And we're here. I'm playing some tracks. I just played a song called Beneath the Land and Sea. This next song is called The Dark Oracle. The outfit, what matters? The outfit makes you feel confident. Yes. Facts. All right, I got a tune here. Hold on. All right, here we go. right. What's up, Darkwing? All right, Stray says, when I wear knee-high boots and my tight dress, I feel awesome. I should have taken you as my date then. We should have made that happen. What's up, Darkwing? What's up, Trey? Trey says, roll the joint, twist it at the ends, light it up, take a puff, and pass it to your friends. I like that. Next time, yeah, next time. She said, never mind. All right, what are we doing here? I'm going to keep playing some song. Man, I did take some aspirin, so I do feel better. I'll get a good night's sleep tonight. I slept good last night, too. I just drank a little too much, but it's fine. This is like a once-in-a-year thing that happens, like where I just drink way too much, and then the next day I feel like shit. That's why I only do it once a year. Drunk sleep isn't as... This is true, yeah. Drunk sleep is not as refreshing. This is a fact. Absolutely. Yeah, I needed a night out to just fucking go nuts. All right, let me make my rounds here before we play the next song. Death Machine says, y'all getting to party and I'm over here being boring. Dude, I'm boring all the other times, man. I don't get to party that much, so it's fine. All right, Stray says, I rarely drink, but when I do, it's good friends, great conversation, and fun. See, that's the thing. When you're hanging out with people that you want to hang out with, it's a great time. Like, you know, everybody last night is all people that I've known for a long time, so we're all great friends, so we just have the best time. The only thing I didn't get to do was eat the cake. The cake apparently was amazing. I totally missed that part. I was too busy doing other things. But anyway, here's a song called Thread of Life. I was a little preoccupied. Now I won't drink for like 6 months. That was a song called Thread of Life. What's up, Harrison? All right, Stray says, you should have taken me. You'd have never missed that cake. I'd have brought it to you. Oh, well, that was a missed opportunity on my part. Sorry about that. She also says it's getting old sucks. It's hard to drink and go to work. It isn't. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not trying to. Yeah, I did that. Back in the day when I was a young lad, I used to do some shit like that, but not anymore. I can't do that. All right, let's see here. You used to drink at work? Oh, you were a bartender. Okay. I was going to say, bartender life. Yeah, I'm sure dudes be trying to hit on you, buying you shots and stuff, trying to get you drunk. Yeah. I actually tip really well. So when I go to the bar, the bartenders, they because I tip well, they always there could be a bunch of people and I'll go up to the bar, they'll serve me before everybody else. That's why you should tip, man. Tip your bartenders because they will make sure you're taken care of. And don't be an asshole. Just wave at them when you want their attention, be cool about it, tip them well, and they'll take care of you. I know that from experience. Trey says me and my former coworker used to drink while mowing lawns. What's up, Johnny? Know what you want, be nice, tip well. Yes. 100 and that goes beyond just when you're at the bar. Just servers in general. When you go to a restaurant, if I go to a restaurant, I'll go by myself to a steakhouse. I'll have an $80, $90 tab. And I'll leave a fucking $60, $70. I'll leave a tip almost as big as the bill. And that stuff like that goes a long way. Because when you come back, people remember you and they'll take care of you. So Johnny is asking if I want to go camping. I like camping. Camping's fun. I would go camping. I don't know if I'd want to go camping with you. I don't trust you. Johnny, thank you, man. We are live. We are on TikTok. We are on Twitch. We are on YouTube. We're on Facebook, man. We're all over the place. Thank you, Johnny. All right, I'm going to play a song now called Veins of Silver and Sorrow. Make your own camping with blackjack and hookers. That sounds like a great time. I'm going to play that one again. All right, Johnny says, what does Johnny say? What did Johnny say? Johnny says some things here. Johnny says, well, Darkwing says, frontman choreographed an entire dance to this song. Johnny says, if this was 20 years ago, this dude would be famous. Well, I mean, I guess that's up for debate. But it's fine. It's because I don't play the game. I do not play the game. I don't give a fuck. I play my music. I don't give a fuck about trends. I don't give a fuck about what's going on in guitar world and all this shit, man. I just play my music and I do my thing, and that's it, man. You know, most of the people in the music business are posers anyway, so I don't want to associate with that kind of shit. So fuck it. That's why I'm here. There was a time when good music and good musicians got promoted no matter if they played the game. Well, the thing too, the problem too is social media. You know, I remember when Facebook first came out, it was a place to connect with your friends. Now it's just fucking, it's just all it is ads. All you get are Facebook ads and fake profiles. The internet, everything on the internet is fake now. And your algorithms don't push anything unless they don't push your shit unless you pay. So algorithms have taken over lives. This is very true. Yes. You know, it's funny because they definitely have an agenda, because like when I go to my Instagram, my explore page, the amount of, hold on. Let me fix that wire. When I go to my explore page, like the amount of tits and ass that I see, and I don't follow like Playboy models. I don't follow, you know, these IG baddies. I don't follow that on Instagram, and it shows up in my explore page. So they definitely have an agenda. He said, come on, names like Lil Durk, Lil Baby, Lil Hubcap. Lil Hubcap. The mic is too far away. Yeah, brain rot society. The dead internet theory, which I know, Stray, you were talking about that last week or a couple weeks ago. The dead internet theory is a thing for sure. Whatever, man. I'm pretty sure that everybody here is real. I'm sure you all, well, some of you I've seen in real life, so I do know that you exist. So that's cool. I'm real too, in case you didn't know. Trey says the Kiesel is CGI. No, it's a green screen, bro. Yeah, the Kiesel doesn't exist. All right, Johnny says, tip your performer. It makes the music sound better. Drink more alcohol. It makes the music sound better, too. She says, how did you come up with that name? Respectfully, of course. Did I see the new Kiesel? I did see it. Yeah, I wasn't really digging it, but it's fine. I'm old school, man. Or it makes her look better. Oh. Yeah, I guess for the price is not too bad. Yeah, what's the saying? Drink till she's cute. I believe that's how it goes. I believe that's how that goes. And this Kiesel is CGI, apparently. Trey's going to go grab some beer. Go grab some beer, man. Or whatever Diddy said. For Jay, that's till he looks cute. What are you trying to insinuate, my friend? What are you insinuating, Johnny, huh? Listen, pal. And no, I don't want to see your privates, all right? Listen, Johnny, I like women, all right? Make that very clear. Privatalis, Russian women. I like all, listen, Russian, Spanish, Puerto Rican, Italian, it don't matter. But I like I said, never dated a Russian girl. I have dated a girl that was half Italian, half Puerto Rican, so she was a fucking amazing cook. Trey says, who hasn't heard how Angel railed that military dude? I mean, I'm sure, probably nobody here except for the two of us. But I don't want to revisit that story. No. She said, God damn. Twitch popping off. It is popping off, yeah. Everybody's going to come over to Twitch so Trey can tell the story. Johnny's going to Twitch now. All right, Trey says Russian girls are fun as F. See, I wouldn't know that. She says, I will not. Latinas are fun. Very fun. But anyway, here's a song. The song's called Sedna. But watch out, because Latinas will stab you. Oh, everybody left the Twitch chat. Oops. All right. He said you can't live in Israel. She said nah. That's funny as hell. Nah, you don't want to live there. All right. Here's a song called Gilded Shadows of Oblivion. Let's start that over again. Johnny likes them bends, man. Them crispy bends. Jeff the realtor's gonna sell us a house. That was a song called Gilded Shadows of Oblivion. All right, Johnny says, people trying to take the Mad Men from you. I know, yeah, I remember, I think you texted me about that. That's fucked up, man. Johnny, you my boy, Johnny, all right? Always remember that. Darkwing says, tips for frontman to remove articles. Could be newspapers, could be clothing. That's funny as hell. She's getting tired. Someone's getting tired of the internet. I'm getting tired of the internet, too. All right, tips for me to remove articles. It could be newspaper articles or it could be articles of clothing. I don't think anybody wants to see that. He says tips to remove clothing. He says, I do. No, that's for the pay site. You got to pay for that. Only J's. Johnny wants to see. All right, you gotta pay extra for that. She throws all the credit cards at me. Darkwing's gonna pay all my bills. Only shreds. That's what we're gonna call it. All right. We're just having fun tonight. Only Jinx. Wait. She said, wait. All right, here's a song called Beneath the Land and Sea. You still salty about the massage therapist. Can I do Wherever I May Roam? I don't play any covers here. So, sorry about that. I just play all of my own music here. There was that massage therapist. You will not let that go. That's why I keep bringing it up, because it's funny to me that you just won't let it go. In like 5 weeks, so you still got time. She said, don't, let's act like I didn't just throw you all of my cards to remove something. Listen, I'll give you $50. Thank you, Stray. Stray made the migration over to TikTok. Yo, Twitch. All right, Trey's over on Twitch. He's got his 2 Big Tens. He's got some beers. He's drinking tonight. All right. Darkwing being wild again. This is facts, yes. The two of you together is like someone's got to get her under control. All right, the Nordic Panda on Twitch says, "Good Lord, look at that beautiful instrument." Thank you. This is a Kiesel. Kiesel Aries, my favorite guitar. According to Trey, it's CGI. It's not real. You're a fun witch duo. Yeah, the two of you are trouble. For sure. But I'm okay. Listen, I don't have a problem with that. I just gotta make that clear. Bridges aren't real either. This is also true. Yes. You're AI. Yes, I am. I need a 1959 reissue. I really want an Explorer. That's like the next guitar that I want. I want an Explorer. White, preferably white. Or another Les Paul. I don't know, man. I don't know. Every time I look at Diablo's page, man, they always got the sickest guitars coming in, man. And I just want to spend all my money. I just want to max out my credit card at Diablo. Like, one guitar will max out my card. The Nordic Panda says, he says, bridges are an agenda pushed by the water companies to spend your tax dollars on fake obstacles. Don't let them fool you. My man is definitely awake. He knows what's up. Les Paul 59. Yeah, I want another custom though. I want a black beauty. A 3 pickup black beauty. Where is Larry C? I know he's not on Twitch right now. I know they're custom. Yes, they're custom shop. You want Alexi? Yeah, dude. I have one of my friends has one of the Alexi. He has the Alexi Signature V, but he has an ESP, not the LTD. Like, it's the actual custom shop ESP, and it is one of the nicest guitars that I have ever played in my entire life. All right, Nordic Panda says, my dream guitar is a Mark Holcomb PRS private stock Raspberry Dragon. Dude, those private stock PRSs are nice. That's some money, though. Yeah, Trey says, I love the ESPs because of Jackson suing. The longer horn is longer than the U.S. models, so you want a Japanese. Yeah, I know, yeah. It is what it is. The lower horn, yeah. Thank you, Stray. Thank you, Johnny. All right, man. Let's keep this moving. Johnny says, I used to have a couple of private stocks. Some reason they didn't make me want to keep them. Oh, you weren't into them. Interesting. I worked at Guitar Center for a minute in 2006, and we had a couple private stocks. We had guitar makers always suing each other. This is true, yeah. Between Gibson and Dean, Jackson and ESP. Yeah. And then it's like, yeah, we get it. You invented it. Let's move on. Yeah. Johnny says, I have Mark Tremonti's personal guitar. How did you get that? That's pretty cool. Oh, you got it from, okay, you got it from Diablo. That's fucking cool, man. That's pretty awesome. I always love the videos of Jeff Loomis playing. I love the videos of Jeff Loomis playing different guitars that have nothing to do with metal, and he just destroys it. He just shreds like nobody's business. I love that. Like there was a video of him playing a Gretsch. I thought that was pretty cool. Jimmy says, speaking of Gibson, missed that Les Paul. I don't, honestly, I don't. Okay, he owned it and recorded an album with it. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a nice piece of history. All right, the Nordic Panda says, honestly, my best playing guitar is a $60 Maestro LP by Gibson. I loathe Les Pauls, but this thing rips. Gibson copies always seem to be better. Like the Bernie Les Pauls, like they always seem to be better than the Gibsons. Shit, dude, Epiphones are much better quality too. She says, I comment every time on one of those videos. No one asked you, Jeff. All right, Trey Cool says, my Epi Les Paul Zach Wild Buzzsaw plays better than any Gibson. I like the new Widow, the Les Paul Widows that they came out with. Johnny says, I don't think anybody makes better than Gibsons. I know you're a Gibson guy. Darkwing says, my phone died at the most golden moment. Your phone is always dead. You have the purple. I think I remember a video of you. Pretty sure I remember there was a video of you taking it out of the case. Yeah, the Widows are sick. The blue. I want the blue one. I really like the blue one. I'd be going to the Gibson demo shop, the demo site, and the mod shop and the demo site all the time. Does Gibson make a 7-string? Well, they made a 7-string Explorer for Matt Hafey. Trey says that's because she watches too much Prawn on her phone. And they made a 7-string Les Paul too, I think. That's funny what Trey said. Matt Hafey has a 7-string. Yeah, he's got the Epiphone, the white one. That thing's pretty cool. Yeah, Gibson did make one. Yes. But I know they made him a 7-string Explorer too. Because he played it on, I think, In Waves. There's a video of him. Darkwing says she tells Trey to stay on Twitch. He said her phone dies because she watches too much Prawn on her phone. That's funny. What do you have to say about that? She said also facts. Stray says Trey wouldn't make it on TikTok. No, he probably wouldn't. He'd get banned right away. Trey says a minute. Oh, I'm sorry, Trey. A minute and a half of ads. Get a subscription, man. And you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, he wouldn't survive on TikTok. He'd get banned after a day or a couple hours. All right, I'm going to play a song now called, what song is this? This song is called Arctic Shadowscape. Man, I'm tired, but we're going to keep playing. affecting my music? I'll answer that after the song here. All right. What is the exact effect? I'm not using any effects other than like a little delay, little reverb. It's just I'm using a tone. I'm using a tone in the Axe Effects called Cliffs of Dover. So it's based on Eric Johnson, Hot Rodded Marshall Plexi with a tube screamer, and I'm just using a little delay, little reverb, and that's it. All right, what do we got going on? Stray says my parents are talking to each other in our family group chat, but they don't realize it's in the group chat. Do not say this on TikTok, big arpeggio. Well, yeah, I am playing with the backing track too, so. Oh, you hear a doubling? Yeah, for some reason on TikTok, I got this weird, my guitar has this weird doubling effect, but I haven't figured out why. I gotta check my audio routing. We gotta warn Jay for the teleprompter. She said, nothing is wrong with you except being hot and bubbly. Listen, I got my two favorite bishes in the Twitch chat. All right, Nordic Panda says, who's so innocent? Me? I'm not as innocent as you think, all right? I only pretend to be one on the internet. When you play on stream, we shall see. When I play on stream, do you mic up a rig or do you capture? Everything's captured from the DAW. I don't mic anything up. So the guitar, I'm plugged into the Axe Effects. I run the Axe Effects directly into my Focusrite 6i6 Scarlett interface, and then I just route everything to OBS through. I use a plugin called Restream. It's a Reaper plugin. And that routes the audio into, it routes my DAW audio into OBS. Trey says I look innocent because I shaved my head. Okay. Now, listen, y'all. I just pretend. It's because he has a baby face. See, if I shave the beard, yeah. That's why I don't shave the beard. I'm not going to repeat that, but hey, I'm okay with that. Stress. I'm not going to say that. See, now I'm actually I'm learning. I'm reading the chats before I say them. All right, Nordic Panda says, I was just going to ask if you use Restream. I started doing music on stream, and Restream is a guy. Dude, Restream is amazing. Before, I could not figure out how to do anything. Yeah, Restream is great. I know there's also there's one for Mac. I think it's called, what the hell is it called? I can't remember what it's called. I started blushing. Darkwing says, I didn't know you had a Scarlet. Yeah, I got the 6i6. Tribute to Black Sabbath and Ozzy. Hold on. Stray says, OBS makes my audio dumb. For a while, Streamlabs would pick up audio from standalone Sims in desktop audio, then it stopped running. Yeah, Streamlabs, I don't know. I like OBS a little bit better. All right, yo, you want a Black Sabbath? All right, listen. If Stray and Darkwing, if you two are gonna participate in this, listen. You can only do it if I'm here, if I'm there. I need to be watching. I'm watching this. All right. Panda, I'm just gonna warn you, this chat gets out of control, dude. So you picked a great time to be here. Welcome to the family. All right. There's a song called The Omnipotent. All right, so she says this song has successfully put my 4, 8, and 17-year-old to sleep. It never fails. This song is either they got bored of the song or it soothes the soul. I guess that's up for debate. All right, Stray's jamming while making dinner. Hell yeah. What's for dinner tonight, Stray? All right, we switching guitars. She said straight pie drizzled in Jinx. What DAW do I prefer? Cubase. I got Cubase. Greek bowls with pita. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. On my way. Yeah, we're all on our way to Stray's house. Yo, this chat is out of control now. She said I'm going back to TikTok. You're going to leave Stray hanging without you? Come on, that's not fair. She's like, okay, I stay. right. What's up, Tarquin? Tarquin says, Max sent me along as a surrogate band to find out how you fans really stand. All three brothers had practice tonight. That's awesome. Okay. Those in wheelchairs have trouble standing. He said, so you are really rocking and rolling. All right, hold on. I got to go back. Darkwing had a comment on TikTok. What did she say? Tommy says, your playing is excellent. Thank you, man. She says, has a chat that bounces between platforms. That's an amazing accomplishment for real. Oh, I missed the first part of that. Legit want you to know, out of all the creators, you're the only one I've come across that has a chat that bounces between platforms. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I want everybody involved here. Did you just say it in your head how I typed it? No, I was actually looking at the Twitch chat because they were talking about wheelchairs and stuff. What's up, Dr. Strings? Tarquin says, happy 40th anniversary of Live Aid. Tarquin was there, and yes, Zeppelin sucked, but at least I can say I saw them, sort of. Yeah, sort of. She said they're not baiting me back with dark humor. Live Aid, I was 1 year old when Live Aid happened. I was 1 year old. So I was watching Trey says I was -6. Priest was solid. I know I saw the Sabbath set. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. I know they were hungover from, I guess, allegedly the night before. They were drinking a lot. Big surprise there. He said -6. Panda says, I wasn't even a twinkle in my father's eyes 40 years ago. No, you were floating around in his ball sack. Was that too graphic? Sorry. No, I know Sabbath wasn't terrible, but I heard they were a little sloppy, like they were hungover from the night before. He said, not at that point. Trey says, if your ball sack isn't wrinkled, check for cancer. Tarquin says, and while I am not a Madonna fan, she turned in a good performance. Yo, Madonna, listen, yeah, I'm not a Madonna fan. She was hot back in the day. I would have smashed her. Can I say that? Can I say that on the internet? Am I going to get canceled for that? Now, not so much. She looked like Jigsaw with all the plastic surgery. Trey. Yep. 10 out of 10 would have smashed Madonna in 1985, the 1985 version of Madonna. Absolutely. He says, although I'm sure there would have been a line. This is probably true, yeah. Speaking of Sabbath, Bill Ward without a shirt looks like Jabba the Hutt. He looks like, yeah, Tony said he looked like Gollum. I mean, listen, he could have kept the shirt on. We could have done that. More like the Crypt Keeper now. Yeah, she looks terrible now. Man, your boy is tired. I think it's time for one more song. Here's a song called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. That was a song called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. All right, everyone. Yo. The ponytail still did more damage than his entire movie fight background. Steven Seagal. Come on, man. Out for Justice was a good movie, all right? And Under Siege was a good movie as well. All right, everyone. Yo, we're going to get out of here for the night. Again, my name is Jay Tarantino. My band Etherius. If you're on TikTok, if you want to check out the Etherius catalog, please click the link tree that's in my profile there. And if you're on Twitch, there should be a link pinned in the chat. I will see you all tomorrow, man. We'll be back doing it again tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.